Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. So today we're continuing on with the alchemy overhaul that I've been working on. I decided to put the alchemy in its own little drawer. So probably going to be working on implementing that drawer today. The art for it is not done yet, but I want to see what it feels like with the drawer implemented. So that's what we're going to do, and that's going to involve creating a new UI scene for that. It's going to involve changing a bunch of the code to spawn that scene properly, so on and so forth. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But before I get into it, I want to remind everyone that Alchemortis is available for wishlisting on Steam. It's a dark fantasy roguelite auto battler. So if that sounds interesting to you, please consider wishlisting. You can also join as a Patreon member. The top sponsor tier here will reward you with an Alchemortis Steam key at launch. So if you subscribe to this sponsor tier at any point during development, I will send you a key for the full game when it releases, and also your name will be listed in the in-game Alchemortis credits. So you could consider doing that. And also I've got my Udemy courses available for sale that will teach you how to build complete games in the Godot engine. This is the online cooperative multiplayer course, which teaches you all the high-level networking tools in Godot that you need to know to build such a game. But I've got other courses as well, so check those out. Those are all linked below. And of course you could join the Discord as well, which is totally free. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Okay. So let me show you what I'm doing here. So here's the alchemy drawer now. So I made the alchemy board a little bit bigger just to see like what a theoretical max size would look like. But yeah, this is what the drawer looks like. So it's going to slide out. It'll have just a dark black background here. And yeah, that's basically, it's just a bunch of branches coming up. And then that same pattern is just flipped down here. And I added like a bramble sort of border to this, which you can tell I'm in the process of highlighting. So I highlighted all this, last night and got like less than halfway down this, and I was like, okay, I'm done with this for now. Because the highlighting is kind of tedious. I have to go all the way down here and then do all this stuff again. But I think it's fine for like a placeholder. So what I want to do is actually take this and put it into the game. And I'm actually just wondering how I'm going to do that, actually. So I think it would make sense. Let me do this. These decorations here, we are going to outline these. Okay, that'll work. And then the panel, we're just going to fix any gaps now in the panel here. Or maybe I could do it, do I want to do it in the decorations? Might as well. Fill this in here. Fill this in there. Okay. That should work. Let's take a look at this panel now. So we've got a weird spot like this. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and erase that. Here we're lacking one, so I'll go ahead and place that there. Here we've got another weird one. Just erase that. Fill that in. Erase that. Erase that. You can fill this part in of the decorations. Okay, so now we've got a solid panel, but the border is kind of not uniform here. So that's basically what I was going for. I think that's going to look pretty cool. And then what I can do is I can get rid of this alchemy. So now we've got this panel here. So I could take this decorations and this panel together. and just go ahead and export that. So we're going to export that selection, export, and that should work. So that's going to give us what? Does it tell me how wide this is? No. Oh, wait. Is it 138? Is that what that number is down there? 138? Azir, can you stop? The cat is just sprinting around the house, then he stops in my doorway and screams and then starts sprinting again. Okay, hi. Hi. What is your deal? What is your deal? Huh? What's your deal? What's your deal? Anyway. Good morning, Ninja Link. Good morning, Meep. Good morning, V. Emerson, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Raven, hello. Dione, welcome, welcome. Neozoid, good to see you again. How's the game going? It's going well. It's going well. I don't know what that means. Plus RNIN. Is it raining? I don't know. Hello, Liu. Welcome back. What time is it in your country? It is 10 o'clock in the morning right now. Yeah. So let's see what we could do. Excuse me. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. It's a beautiful rainy day. Beautiful fall day. I watched Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow last night, and it was thundering and raining, super cold. It was like perfect. The atmosphere matched the movie. The outside atmosphere matched the movie. It's 10 p.m. here. I see you on the other side of the map. I spawned on the other side of the map. Yeah, I'm on East Coast, United States. Eastern Time, United States. I'm not on the coast. What am I trying to do? New scene. So this will be the alchemy drawer. Where am I going to save this? Scenes, UI, alchemy. I might as well just save it in here. Alchemy drawer. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and add a margin container, I guess. Margin container. And then we're going to add a frame in here. Not a frame, a texture rect. We're going to quick load the drawer. That should do it. Now this margin container here, we are going to make this, well, we want to make this a full rect. This needs to be, we're going to do another margin container actually. And we're also going to, what are we going to do? I don't know. Let's see. Layout, container sizing, shrink end. Oh, this actually needs to be something different. I'm already screwing it up. Add child node pass-through control. That's what I want. And then we can do a margin container in here probably. And then a texture rect here. This margin container. Shrink end. Fill. We're just going to take this texture rect. Keep. Okay, and then as part of this, I'm going to want to do a center container, I think. We're going to do shrink center in both directions. Shrink center, instantiate alchemy container. That ought to do it. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, so this is, I might have to make some changes because what might happen in the alchemy output is that it might stretch this board. Output might stretch beyond the borders. Right now, when I'm generating a board that has output, like, so when you mix things into the alchemy and then 3 cards come out, it's just stacking them horizontally, so it just increases the size of the board horizontally. I might want to do something more, a little bit smarter, where after the board exceeds a certain size in the X direction, I start growing it in the Y direction as well. I think that'll be relatively easy to fix though, so I'm not going to worry about that just yet. But yeah, we've got our alchemy container here now. And this is bothering me. Let's see. Why is the board offset here? There we go. Okay, so that center container is just going to keep that all situated. I'm just going to go ahead and grab all these. Change this mouse to... Do I want to change it to ignore? I don't think so, actually. I think I can keep it like this. This margin container, I think this one does need to be ignore, though. Okay, so we've got this going. So now I need to go to my typical drawer UI here, where we've got this, You know what I might do? Is this gonna work? I'm wondering if I should have done this as a canvas layer or not. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't have done this as a canvas layer. So basically all of this can go away. Yeah, I might not have to do this. I might just make this the scene root here. Make scene root, get rid of this. This can become Alchemy drawer here. And then what I can do is I can get rid of this Alchemy margin container. That goes away entirely. And then I instantiate the Alchemy drawer here. Okay, all right. Cool. So we're gonna need to add a script to this. Scripts. Why is it doing that? Get my custom script in there. Namespace game.ui.alchemy. All right. Oh, so you're a musical guy. That is not a musical movie. Sleepy Hollow. Maybe you're thinking of Sweeney Todd. Sounds strange in here. He lives at Disneyland. It's time for game dev once again. Welcome, Jackie Daytona. Are you the only one working on the game? It is a solo effort. I am contracting certain work out, like the music, so I'm paying my friend to do the music for me. But yeah, it's like, for all intents and purposes, it's a solo effort. The entire chat is co-developing. Hello, Clickertail, welcome. And bullying him to do our bidding, yeah, that's true. Hello, Hylaw. What is Drawer UI's purpose in the game? Preloading scenes? Drawer UI it's actually here. Some of these elements are permanent in the game. So like this. So there's this player board here is always present because it serves as an inventory, so it's hard to delete and recreate it. So the player board always exists here. This inventory drawer always exists. It just gets slid in and out depending on the state. I think that this artifact container up here is always present, but the widget, this widget gets created and recreated, or created and destroyed and recreated all the time depending on what's happening. So it kind of depends on like the individual components in here. This drawer UI is just basically the main UI that the player interacts with. And you can see it's a little bit messy. I could probably break this up a little bit better, but this is just kind of like the central component through which the player interacts with the UI. And then I've got individual components in here, like the widget, the combat log here is a standalone scene. This is now a standalone scene, the Alchemy drawer here. So yeah. That's what we got going on here. There's a lot of weird nesting going on here to get the positioning of the UI elements down correctly. So I don't know what this back buffer copy is. Oh, that's for the dimmer. Okay. I should make this its own scene, I suppose. Anyway. So now we've got the alchemy drawer in place. You were thinking of Sweeney Todd, gotcha. I am not working on this game. Any cats that have been cursed to be snails are not my doing. Good to know bean haters have no part in this. Oh yeah, that's right, when we're doing the cat. Oh no, that was the rabbit foot. That was the rabbit foot that we were doing. To bean or to no bean? To bean or to toe bean? So, what am I doing in here? Let me look at my drawer UI. How am I using this alchemy container in here? I'm gonna have to redo all this basically. So we're not gonna worry about that just yet. Let's go to the alchemy drawer. I'm gonna just copy from my drawer UI like the inventory slide out. So where's this at? Expand, play expand animation, animation root, board animation root, artifact animation root. I think I basically just want this. So we're gonna do private tween, drawer tween. I guess I don't really need to call it drawer tween. Public void expand. Okay, what is the animation root in here? This. Okay, so this margin container, let's grab that as a unique name. We're going to need to grab a reference to that margin container. Hello, Rookie Tookie. Welcome, welcome. I'm being framed. I'm just glad that somebody else is being the target of the bullying. I'm just going to sit over here quietly and let you all tear each other apart. So I need to position the node off screen. Get collapsed position. Return vector2.right times margin container dot size. Public margin container dot position is equal to get collapsed position. Cool. And then public void collapse. Tween kill if valid. Let's see. Play collapse animation. We're just going to copy this. Yeah, let's just copy this, paste it here. Margin container, get collapsed position. Yeah. I don't know what kind of delays I'm going to want here, but that's all right. So we've got the expand and collapse here. I think that's basically it. So now there's a question of, let's see, node private alchemy drawer. Alchemy drawer. Where am I using the alchemy container? Current alchemy, let's see. I think what I'll do is I'll just forward a lot of these things. So let's do public bool is alchemy active. We're going to get a reference to the alchemy container. Alchemy container dot is alchemy active. So this current alchemy here, this is going to go away. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to replace this stuff. This is instance valid is actually going to go away. So we just return not alchemy drawer. Is alchemy active? Close alchemy. We're not going to queue free the alchemy either. We're just going to keep it up. Although I think what I want to do, because the alchemy does do some things that are kind of rendering heavy, I think what I will do is I will do tween.tween action. I'm just going to set that margin container.visible to false. So what that's going to do is that's just going to halt any rendering while it's off screen. And then what we're going to want to do in here is tween.tween action margin container visible equals true. And we will also set the visibility to false up here. Okay. So close alchemy here. That's just going to be as simple as doing alchemy drawer.collapse. Can open alchemy. Public bool is expanded. Get private set. I don't know if I'm going to need this. I can probably simplify a lot of this stuff. On alchemy button pressed. We actually don't need to do any of this. I can just do alchemy drawer.expand. All right, let's see what that does. Oh no, we said collapse. Hello, Podell. Have I ever used Visibility Notifier 2D? I have, in a couple of projects. Okay, it's not de-expanding for some reason. Object reference not set to an instance of object. Oh, I didn't get a reference to alchemy container. We'll just mark that as a unique name. Hello, Mio Leo Dev. Welcome back. Good to see you. It's going well. How are you doing? Are you already a programmer when you started developing Gunforge? Yes. Yeah. I was a software engineer professionally for a number of years. I guess you could still say I'm a professional software engineer. I'm just on a hiatus while I'm doing game dev. I think that looks good. I might change these alchemy container particles here. Bubble particles, splash particles. I'm going to change the drawing. We're going to use local chords. So those particles aren't just like remaining on the screen when we expand. Okay, perfect. That looks great. So the whole reason of putting this in the drawer is because when I go into an event like this, I want to be able to bring up the alchemy without having this, you know, overlay too badly. Now I do think that maybe this, I wonder if this alchemy drawer, yeah, I probably shouldn't be able to click things behind here while the alchemy's open. So it might make sense to do that dimming again. Yeah, probably going to want to dim the background as well while the alchemy's open. So we will figure that out. Could not match member alchemy container placeholder. Okay. Looks like the alchemy is off-centered to its frame. It is not. I'm using a center container. So it's technically centered. It might just be because the left border is not perfectly straight. Or maybe it is, actually. Yeah, I think you're right, actually. Why would that be? I think I just need to add, let's see. Oh, because I'm not accounting for this here. Let's just shift it over then a little bit. Let's see. 14 pixels. So I'll go to this margin container. Theme overrides constants, margin left. 14. Wait a minute, that didn't work. Do I need to do another margin container? Why is 14? Oh. I need to do another margin container in here. That's all right. We'll do this margin container here, and then I should be able to do theme overrides constants. That might not be totally centered either. We'll just eyeball it. Maybe that'll work. I am doing great. Heard about 4.6 snapshot of Godot. Godot is doing great project. Your choice is perfect. Yes, I do not regret my choice to use Godot at all. Okay, I think that looks a little bit more centered. Maybe even, let's see. Put it back to 10. Yeah, 10 looks more centered to me. It's going to be hard to like exactly center it because this is not even, this border here. So it depends on what you're looking at. I think that, though, looks pretty centered to me. Actually, I could probably center it based on this line here. Let me do that, actually. So this here. There we go. That should be centered. So I'm centering it with this little decoration here. So 9 pixels. There we go. Okay, that should be good. And now what I can do is I changed a bunch of stuff about the alchemy container here. Times 5. Excuse me, 2. Oh, shoot. I accidentally changed some things here. Goodbye, cat. Put these back. Okay, let's try that. Would it be hard to push everything to the left by the same amount? Yes, it would. Okay. Now I can't click on that. Let's just get rid of these. Mouse, ignore. Looks like Alchemy's back on the menu, boys. Yeah, I agree the Alchemy board and pot is too far left. Yeah, it should be fixed now. Why can't I click on this now, though? Uh-oh. These buttons up here, too, need to be handled. Oh, maybe that's why... Shoot. Maybe that's why it needs to be a canvas layer. Perhaps add invisible texture rect that stops mouse extending from Alchemy window. Why can't I click on this stuff anymore? What in the heck? Oh, I know why. So I actually might need to, because these buttons here, yeah, I might just need to do a canvas layer. We'll figure it out, but I should be able to click this now. Not enough blood. Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. But yeah, I guess the problem now is that when I'm in an event like this, I need to dim the screen behind it, which should be, it should be okay. Yeah, there's gonna have to be some stuff that I do here. This gets up in here too. So this is gonna have to be moved up a layer with a canvas layer probably. I think it's looking good though. I think I like the drawer. Oh, I'm gonna need to remove that as a movement target as well. Oh man. Okay, there's gonna need to be some stuff done here. Hi Scrat, what's up? What's up? Are you watching me, game dev? Do you want to help me? Do you want to help me, game dev? Good morning, Chris. Been very absent recently. That's okay. Glad to have you back. Welcome, welcome. Have you tried using localization anchors centered? I have not. I don't do anything without localization yet. Can you accept my invite to playtest my game when I'm done at phase 1? I can't promise anything, no, but you're welcome to send playtest invites in the Discord channel if you want. I'm just so busy I can't make any promises. I know a lot of you guys want me to look at stuff, but I gotta manage my time carefully. Sorry for talking so much. No worries. The chatting is welcome. I was just about to suggest exactly that. Awesome. Good morning, Michael. Do you have any course or any playlist about Aseprite? I do not, no. I have a video on the channel that goes over some pixel art tips. How to get good at pixel art. Pixel art with no art skill, I think it's called. So you could check that out. Can't have too many canvas layers. It's what mom used to say, yeah. Funnily enough, I think there is a limit. I mean, I don't think there's a limit, like, in terms of, like, you can max out the canvas layers, but there's only a finite number of layers. I think it's, like, 1024 or something. Or it might be lower than that. It might be 128. I'm not sure. How's that bubbly cauldron animation made? Is that some shader or just animation? The swirling stuff is a scrolling shader with a mask on it. Scrolling texture, I mean, with a mask on it that's scrolled with a shader. And then the bubbles are just particles. Dimming the screen wouldn't prevent clicking by accident on the items, mayhaps. Dim. No, the dimmer does intercept mouse events. Okay, so we just got a lot of stuff to manage here. Okay. Where do you click to open the Alchemy? There's a tab on the left side, which is just a placeholder right now. I do think that this probably needs to be a canvas layer though. Let me think. I'll just copy card inspector. What is this? It's layer 20. Let's just rework this. Something went wrong. What? Oh, I saved this in the wrong spot. Okay. All right. We're gonna move this. Load that up. Okay, there we go. Animation root margin container. All right. Just put the alchemy drawer there, I guess. Let's see what happens. Okay, now let's see what happens. I guarantee you there's going to be people complaining you click on one side and the drawer opens on the other one. Yeah, I know. Having to drag cards all the way. I don't know what to do about that. We're going to solve one problem at a time. Okay, that appears to be working. If I inspect a card, that goes over top. Oh, but now I can't drag cards onto this. This is tricky. Yummy guacamole cauldron. What happens if I dip my hand in the cauldron? I don't know. Don't know. Been working on my multiplayer server for so long and I'm nervous to finally start the client in Godot. Gonna take forever, but the more I make the server robust, the harder the client will be. Yeah, that sounds difficult, for sure. Well, that didn't work. I can't put this on a canvas layer. Oh no, what am I gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do. Huh. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, goodness. The problem is this card. Since this is on a different canvas layer, if I try to drag this card over, it goes behind until I drop it. And if I don't put this on a canvas layer, if I don't put that alchemy on a canvas layer, then these buttons back here are going to show up on top of it. Oh, and I can't even click those anymore. Very cool, very cool. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. What am I going to do about this? Well, I'm in a pickle. I'm faced with a hard choice, crepes or cake. Crepes all the way. Cake sucks, there we go again. One doesn't question the kind of cake if one was a true cake fan. Thus did the crepe tribe win this round through strength of spirit alone. Cake made from layers of crepes. What if when clicked, card reparent, canvas layer, and card reparent when let go outside the alchemist window? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to do something like that, I think, but bread. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. The reparent should not interfere with the drag position, but allows the card to be on top of the new canvas layer. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the only thing I'm going to have to do. I think that's the only thing I can do. Just trying to think if there's another clever way to do this. I don't think so. All right, well. Okay. That's the only way to do it, really. So we got the original parent. We're going to we'll get rid of this card Z index. I'm going to change this to a canvas layer. And then I'm going to add a node 2D, card drag root. Node private, node 2D, card drag root. Card.reparent, card drag root. End drag, failed drop. Drag data.card.reparent, drag data original parent. We could see if that works, I suppose. Just think of what you wish and it'll manifest. That's how code works anyway now. Maybe like, yeah, it's not a question of I don't know how to do it, Podell. It's a question of, is that the proper way to do it? Is that going to create more of a mess in my code base? I've already got the whole framework set up for doing that kind of stuff. It's just now I'm doing something kind of weird where this card mouse events manager is now a canvas layer that has a layer of 99. Then I have a card drag root here. That card gets reparented while dragging. If the card drop fails, it gets reparented back to its original parent, so on and so forth. I just didn't want to, I don't know, it feels kind of messy to me, but maybe not. But that definitely works. Oh, now my tooltips aren't showing up. Now what in the heck? This isn't a canvas layer. Hey. Now I got to do the same thing for the tooltip here. The 19. Is this referenced anywhere? Okay. We're gonna play whack-a-mole with all these layers. Okay, let's build that. Okay. See if that works. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm not going to reparent the tooltip, that's for sure. Okay, that'll work, I suppose. Oh, goodness. There's still going to be a lot more interesting things to figure out here. One thing at a time. It works though. It's working. Where's all that going? Oh, it's going to the alchemy. Son of a biscuit. Yeah, so that's the other problem. When this is invisible, it just starts throwing cards in there. I wonder if that... So I'll need to manage the quick move priorities a little bit. Okay. All right. What's the next thing to do here? Was there any other thing that I wanted to do? So we definitely wanted to dim if I open the alchemy up in here and prevent things behind from being clicked. Okay. Is it scorching hot at the moment there? It is not. No, it is 50 degrees. Well, I guess that's scorching hot, depending on what measurement system you're using. Where are we? Did I miss anything? I don't think so. I was just fixing some issues with the new drawer approach to this. So then there's a couple of things to do. So when I'm in an event and I open up the Alchemy, I need to dim that. So let's figure that out next. Show overlay, hide overlay. Is it as simple as doing show overlay? What would that do? I actually don't know if that's going to work. So open that up, that dims out, close it, open, open. But now if I go in here, it's probably not. So I open that, it dims, but if I close it, it needs to hide the overlay. Close Alchemy. Maybe it's just as simple as doing that. I don't know. I'm just gonna let that drawer be a mess for a second. That did not work. Is there a reason why that didn't work? Oh, maybe my logic was wrong. Now there's going to be a question if I do... Oh, son of a biscuit. If I do this, bring this over, and if I do this and open... Okay, that works actually. Okay. We're just going to let that be a mess. But the overlay is working. That will block mouse events, so that's fine. Now the problem is, yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with a better way of managing these drawers. I think the problem is if I do this, if I add something in here, yeah, I'm gonna have to manage those drawers better. So I'm gonna have to overhaul like the behavior of these drawers and how they work, I think. But we could just, it's fine for now, I think. I'll fix it later. We've got some other things to fix. So this quick move priority here, the problem is if that's off screen, those things will still go into the alchemy board. So I need to remove that as a quick move target if it's not expanded, which should be fine, but that's going to be the next thing to do here. I think the best approach is to set a flag. Yeah, the problem is I've got like a bunch of different permutations of state, so this is a kind of situation where having a bunch of flags, it's going to be really unwieldy. So like you've got this drawer being open and this drawer being open, but then you've got like, are you in an event? You know, if you're in an event, what should happen? So you can end up with some very wild branching, which I'm going to try to simplify using maybe more of like a state machine. I don't know. We'll have to see. Hello, Adaton. Good morning to you as well. What's up, brother? Does the drawer have a states var? It does have some kind of state, yeah. Hello, birds. Thank you for your content. Know about your code review series, but are there any projects that have ideal code structure and are free to download and check the code myself? I don't think so. I mean, none that come to mind anyway. I'm sure something exists out there, but the problem with game development is like you're never really going to have an ideal structure. There's always going to be some weirdness. But yeah, I wish I had something off the top of my head I could point you to, but I don't know of any. Just started learning Godot as a hobby 1 month ago, and interested to analyze how experienced Godot game devs are organizing their projects. I know quality of life is not an issue right now, but could you bind the inventory and alchemy panels to buttons keys? I really don't want to move my mouse to the top left all the time. Yeah, so the inventory is already bound to a key. The inventory is already bound to a key, so if I hit tab, it opens up the inventory. I think, you know, having another button on the keyboard that can open the alchemy too is going to be useful. Yeah, we're gonna get it all working, and then I'll figure out like the quality of life stuff, I think. We'll figure it out. We're just gonna look at the problems. We're gonna solve one problem at a time, and eventually it will be good and there will be no problems. But the next thing to do is to fix this quick move thing where if it's off screen, it doesn't get quick moved too. Maybe Funk quick transfer card if his collapse return. Sorry if I misunderstand. It's not quite that simple because I can have multiple boards on the screen, and so I actually have a quick move priority system where the board that is present on screen that has the highest quick move priority will be the board that's targeted. Because if I go into, well, this is actually not valid here. If I go into like an upgrade, for instance, if there's an upgrade. Yeah, if I go into an upgrade here, I want to target this board if it's available, otherwise target this board if it's available, otherwise target this board if it's available. So I already have a quick move priority system. I think it's just a matter of extending that system to allow me to change the quick move priority of a board that's on screen. You're welcome, birds. Thank you. Glad to have you here. All right, let me go take a quick 3-minute break, and when I come back, we'll fix the quick move stuff, and then we're going to take a look at some of that quality of life stuff, like getting the drawers to work sensibly, I think. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'll be right back in just 3 minutes. In the meantime, you can check out the links in the description below. I've got a Discord server, so if you want to join that and hang out, you're absolutely welcome to do so. And I'll be right back in just 3 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to handle something unexpected. If it's available, part is regulated by a state machine. Not quite. I'll show you. Last question. Is it a good idea to use GDScript for a 2D tower defense game? Or is it better to use C# because of the optimization issue? Well, optimization is not really a thing that you need to worry about. Like, C# is only going to be better than GDScript performance-wise in very specific situations. You're not going to get just free performance because you use C#. So your decision to use C# or GDScript should largely just be based around what you think you'd be more productive with, what you think would be easier to build the project with. So yeah, it's a judgment call you have to make for yourself. And thank you again. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Jagged Daytona and Ninja Link are right. They are correct. Actually, what I can do, I forgot I already have, let me think. I already have something that I can do. Alchemy drawer. I can actually do something easier here. Public void add board placement lock. I actually don't need to change the quick move priority. I can just do this. And then in my alchemy drawer here, what I can do is I can say add board placement lock there. Expand alchemy container.remove board placement lock. Alchemy container.add board placement lock. That should work, I think. So I don't even need to mess with the quick move. I can just disable the board from receiving quick moves. Yeah, there we go. So now the board, since it's not valid until I open it up, should be good. That works great. Very cool, very cool, very nice, very nice. Okay, that should work just fine. That was easier than I thought it was going to be. All right. Oh, that's not working though. Is this quick move priority is probably not high enough. That's probably what's happening. Let me do that. Upgrade container. Upgrade event state machine. Card upgrade container board. Quick move priority is 2. And this alchemy drawer quick move priority is probably also 2. Yeah, so I think if I just bump this up, that ought to work. Okay. Let's just go back to an upgrade here. So now I can put some cards in the upgrade. I can open this up and those go to there now. Oh, but then they go, okay, so that's the other thing I need to do. I need to, right. So that's the other problem. It shouldn't target any board that's like in the background. So if I quick move from here and I quick move to there, that's not right. What am I going to do about that? Is there an easy way to do this? I mean, I could almost create like, I could almost create groups of boards, like give them some tags or whatever, and then say like the alchemy container can only quick move to cards with, or to boards with like the inventory tag, and then this would have like an event tag here. And so if those tags are specified, then it will filter, it will do additional filtering on the quick move to only move to certain ones. That might be the way to do it. I'm just wondering, because I don't really want to have to manage the state of any board that exists in an event here based on what this alchemy is doing. I'm going to have to pass some state around, and that's not going to be good. I think it would be better to just in advance define like this is an inventory board, this is an inventory board, this is an event board, and then this is also an inventory board, I guess. Or I don't think I would need a tag on that. But then what I could do is like this quick move can still work in here because these cards coming from these inventories wouldn't target any particular board. They just go to the highest board priority. But when I'm moving from the alchemy and I said, okay, when I quick move, only target inventory boards, that means that it will go back here or there. Yeah, I think that'll probably be okay. I just don't know. Yeah, this whole quick move system is probably going to have to be overhauled as well. Oh goodness. Game dev is hard. It's very hard. But it's okay. Is it possible that, say, poor C++ coding has actually have worse performance than good GD script? Yeah, I mean, anything's possible, right? I think the problem with C++ coding is you have to do the memory management yourself to a large extent. And so, you know, just having like a massive memory leak alone could be a problem compared to GD script. All right, good night, Liu. Thanks for joining. My bed is seducing me for a while. All right, hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for joining. Yeah, GD script calls C++ code, yeah. That sleep number got my number, yeah. One thing that can become an issue with C# is the GC causing stuttering if you're generating a lot of garbage. For most games, it's pretty easy to mitigate. For my own, I'm not sure. Game dev is just Legos. What if priority is based on the highest canvas layer? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing. I mean, I'm not making it based on the canvas layer. I provide my own priority number, which can match the canvas layer that it's in. The problem is when you're moving from a high priority one to a lower priority one, which one should it target? Because these, I think this has a priority of 1, and this has a priority of 1. This has a priority of 2, and then this has a priority of 10. And so when you move a card from this board, which is priority 10, the quick move system just says, what's the next highest priority board? And that ends up being this board. But that board needs to be excluded. So, what I'm going to do is drawer UI. We're going to manage this board registration. We're going to say, let's do public, oops, public enum board type. We'll just do like event and inventory. Public required board type. And then in here, when we do the quick move, where is that? I think it's in the card. Try quick move card. Get quick move target board for card. Okay, so yeah, in here. Quick move target boards where X is not equal to card owner and his board placement lock. Might redo this. Whatever. I think it would be more sensible to just keep that board registration object around instead of breaking it out this way, but I don't feel like refactoring it right now, so we're not going to. Public required board type quick move. Actually, we won't make this required. Okay. Actually, we could probably do this. Board registration. We can start building it the way that I want to build it. Board to board registration. There we go. So that'll work. Do I have like an unregistered board here? There we go. So we want to remove that for sure. So now when we do this quick move target, get quick move target board for card. Var registration is equal to card board owner. So we want to do that. Actually, let's rename this to can accept card valid. So let's do this. Var registration. So go to boards to registration X. Okay. Card board owner. Let's do this. Target registration, owner registration. Okay, is target valid? owner registration dot quick move board type is equal to null, or target registration board type is equal to owner registration quick. Yeah. So can accept card and is target valid. Okay, that should do it. And then I just need to update everywhere where I'm registering boards. So this is going to be... Actually, I don't need to do this necessarily. Let's just set this to board type.inventory, or maybe board type.event. Okay. Quick move target board type inventory. All right, so now we got to figure out wherever else this is used. We'll get rid of this required. Board configuration editor. Oh, that doesn't matter. Alchemy container. That's probably fine. Booster card selection container. Yeah, that doesn't matter either. That also doesn't matter. That also doesn't matter. Okay. I think we're good. Let's see if that worked. I found an interesting ECS library in C# that can be useful for any game dev. It's called Arch. Okay, interesting. With C++, you are executing instructions directly at machine code level, whereas GDScript has several abstractions until you actually hit the run machine code. Also, everything in GDScript is a heap. That's a heap of fun. What if quick move parent is not inventory, target node equals inventory? Yeah, I'm already doing something like that. Oh, there's an Iron Maiden cell. All right, time to see if this works. So if I open up the Alchemy and I quick move there, it did not work. Son of a biscuit. Why did that not work? Quick move target board type inventory. Did I do something wrong? I guess I did. Owner registration quick move target board type is equal to null. Or target registration at board type is equal to owner registration at quick move target board type. What did I do wrong here? Well, I guess the only way to find out is to put a breakpoint. Allocated representation of data that's quite large and quickly blows out cache lines. The key to C++ memory management is to think in terms of pooled arena memory rather than individual heap allocations. Yeah, I think that's pretty common, right? To make sure that the memory is adjacent. Okay, here's an upgrade. So if I open up the Alchemy board here and I do a quick move, so the target registration What is X in here? Well, that doesn't help. Oh, am I getting errors? Is that what's happening? Did I miss some errors? Hold on a second. I don't know why this logic isn't working. That's weird. Open this up, go here. It's an inventory board type. Its quick move target board type is board type inventory. Board manager, quick move target board. So we're going to look at the target registration. We're going to look that up. Can accept card. So it's not the owner board. So the card is, the board we're looking at is not the board that owns the card. The board placement is not locked. If the owner board has a quick move target type not set, then the target is valid. And if the quick move target board type is set, then we need to look at the target registration board type and compare that to that value. That should be fine. Why is that not working? Quick move target board type is going to be set to null. So it should still target the alchemy board. Why is that not working? Did I change the alchemy quick move priority? I didn't. Now what in the heck? Let's see. Do you know how I can specialize in coding human bodies that have realistic weight and physics? I have no idea. I have no idea. I want to do a game with interactable dance movement. Do you think it's going to be complicated? Again, I don't know. I have no idea. Sorry, I can't be more help. You have a static var dict of all possible targets of validity and priority, and then be printed out. Contains all possible target nodes. There is valid and their priority printed out every quick move. Yeah, I mean, I could print it. I just don't. There's something weird going on here because the logic is pretty straightforward. So I've either made a very dumb mistake or something is not working the way that I think it is. That's why I was trying to step through this, but the problem is that that's not useful for some reason. I'll just rename this to... because this is just called board. I'm just going to do something pretty hacky real quick. Board.name is equal to alchemy board. Hopefully that will make it easier to debug. Launch. Hello, Polaris. Hope progress is coming along. It is coming along. we're just running into a bunch of errors because I'm making this big change. Boom. Okay. Open this up, right click. I'm gonna set, let's make this a conditional breakpoint. X.name is equal to alchemy board. Breakpoint error, the condition failed to execute. Why? Oh, because the string name? Is that why it's not working? But anyway, we're on the alchemy board here. Okay. So the target registration here. Quick move target board type is inventory. Is quick move target. Can accept card is true. Is target valid. So owner registration, quick move target. Oh. Oh. Oh, I think I just did this wrong. Okay, I figured it out. See, it was just a basic logic error. Was reading the wrong property. Classic move. Oh wait, no, maybe that's not right. No, wait, I think it was right before. Dang it, I got ahead of myself. I shouldn't have aborted that early, I guess. Oops. It keeps saying the breakpoint failed to execute, but then it is stopping on... Nope, it's not actually. Okay. I guess we're just gonna have to click through here and figure out which one is the alchemy board. There we go, alchemy board, okay. Owner registration, quick move target board type is equal to null. Right, okay. So then step over is target valid equals true. So can accept card is target valid equals true. The alchemy board has a priority of 10. It orders by descending. Why is that not working? I don't get it. I don't get it. The target board is the alchemy board. Wait, it's working now? What? Huh? What? I didn't change anything. Maybe it was... What? Am I crazy? Am I going nuts? I literally didn't change anything. What the frink, man? Maybe I just forgot to save a file or something stupid like that. Yeah, it's working. What the heck, man? Maybe I think maybe I just forgot to save a file or something. I don't know. Okay. Well, I'll take the win, I suppose. Okay. All right. That's fine. Anyway. Okay, it's fine. Whatever. It's good. It's fine. It's whatever. It's good. All right, so that fixes that issue now, where if I've got a board that is also a quick move target, but the alchemy pops up, I can do this. Okay, good. Goodness gracious. Okay, fix quick moving. So there's another thing that I want to do, which is I want to dismiss the alchemy if I can when that dimmer rect is clicked. So if I go to my drawer UI, on dimmer GUI input, else if, well, let's do this. Var is clicked while force expanded. Actually, let's just simplify this. If not is force expanded, or I'm going to rename this to can close alchemy. We're just going to accept the event. If not is force expanded, collapse. I'm going to move this close player up here so it only plays once. If can close alchemy, alchemy container, alchemy drawer.collapse. That should work. I don't know. Let's see. So the idea is that if my alchemy board is empty and I click into the empty space, I should be able to close it while I'm in an event. So if I go here and I open this up and I click, that should be dismissed. It's not closing the overlay though. Why not? Oh, I should call close alchemy here instead. Is it possible that a function's logic is perfect, but an external code is interfering with it, just in case not to redoing perfect code? No, I'm trying really hard not to get all my code tangled up. Typically, if I have a bug in the game, the game is designed that the bug is going to appear in a very specific spot. Because like what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to make all the systems in the game, they have like a single pipeline through which everything flows. So like when the cards get executed, it all goes to the same like code pipeline. So if there's a bug in the card execution, I know where to change it. Same with like the UI stuff, it should all generally go through the same pipeline so that I don't have a bunch of different places acting on the same things, you know what I mean? Okay, so now I can open the alchemy and close it just like that. Probably will want to do the same with like the escape key or something, I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out what feels best, but if I open this up now, I can close this, close that, move that over. Okay. All right, we're getting there. We are getting there. If I open this up. Oh, see, it's not working again. What the heck? What? Something is funky. Oh, I'm about to lose my mind. I'm about to lose my mind. Minimal branching. Yeah, that's the way to put it. Try to have minimal branching. So it's broken again. So something weird is going on here. I don't know. Does it break after I do the alchemy, maybe? Is that what's happening? No. What in the heck? Why is this broken all of a sudden again? I'm so confused. What? I am not entirely sure what is going on. I wonder, hold on a second, maybe it's because, I wonder if the board is having like a lock on it still. No, because I tested that. Oh, it does have a lock. So I actually just can't place things on the board to begin with. So it's not a problem with the quick move system. It's a problem with that board being locked for some reason. Why is it locked? Oh, I think maybe what's happening is that this can be called even if it's... Okay. I think I just need to do this. If it's expanded... So if it's already expanded, we're going to ignore it. If it's already collapsed, we're going to ignore it. I think that's what I need to do. Because what's happening is these could be called whenever, even if the drawer is already collapsed. So what was probably happening is it was already collapsed. Collapse was being called again, and it was adding another placement lock, an additional placement lock. So this needs to be like, I don't know what the word is, but it needs to be the case that when it expands, it needs to add or remove a placement lock, and then add a placement lock when it's collapsed. But those need to be. I can't have two placement locks being added and one being removed, because then it's going to remain permanently locked. So I think I just need to do that. That's probably what happened. So that board was just an invalid board to begin with. There wasn't anything wrong with my quick move logic. See, that makes sense. Goodness gracious. Okay. Are we good? All right, there's still a bunch of problems with this though, but we're gonna worry about that in a second. All right. Fix alchemy board lock. Hello, Stefan Bruckman. Just wanted to let you know that I really dislike your last YouTube video. Why'd you show me how easy it is to build graphical editor tooling using Godot? I was procrastinating bad enough already. Yeah, sorry about it. Yeah, you can definitely get sucked into making editor tools, but you know, I think it can definitely help a lot. You know, I think at least the editor tools that I've written have already justified the cost that it took to write them. And they didn't take, I mean, the thing about editor tools too is you don't need to be as careful with them typically as you do with the rest of your game code. Like, they don't need to be like these perfectly architected things. You can just throw together a bunch of spaghetti for your editor tool, and it's like, as long as it works, it works. So I tend to just take a very like rushed approach to the editor tools just to get them to work, because, you know, either they work or they don't, and if they stop working, I'll just fix them as they come, but they're not critical to the actual runtime, right? So maybe AI is working on the engine too, yeah. Hello, Dagens Taiku. My day is good. How are you doing? Sometimes control nodes are funky because they kind of async. Some function gets overridden if not await get tree process, at least for my project. I don't think that's exactly true. That the input propagation is, well, I guess you're not really talking about input. Yeah, I think the order of operations can be a little bit hard to understand. I definitely have problems where like control nodes are not resized in time in some cases. Like you have to, yeah, I think maybe that's what you're talking about. Like they're not set up by the time you want to do something with them, and so you kind of have to, yeah, wait for them to be set up. I think that's largely just a misunderstanding though of how like the order of operations works, because there's got to be a good way of like responding to exact control node changes when they happen. I think that waiting for a frame can definitely help, but I've definitely had to do stuff like that too, where like I have to, in a deferred fashion, wait to do something with a control node because it's still being set up. But I think even in my case, that's a lack of an understanding of how the control node system, you know, what the order of operations is. Because there are a lot of like, there are a lot of signals on all the control nodes. Like even the base control node has like a resized signal. So if you're waiting for it to be a certain size because it's a container or whatever, it might be better just to hook into the resized signal and then respond to that in your code. Minimum size change is another one. But yeah, I think you're right. Control nodes can be a little bit finicky for sure. Yeah, you can await the resize signal, or you could just hook into it with a callback, with a signal handler. Great minds think alike, yeah. I've been trying to do less hacky stuff when I'm waiting for control nodes to be set up. I've been trying to not use so much call deferred, and certainly not like wait for a frame, because that can create other issues too. I've been trying to hook more directly into the control node signals and just like fire off my code in response to those things. But yeah, they are finicky. Like control nodes are just, yeah, they're just weird. They're just weird. All right, so there's another problem here, which I've been meaning to fix with the Alchemy, which is that I need to disconnect from the card signals. So in here, these output cards, they all get these signals connected to them, but I need to disconnect those signals too when a card gets chosen. So on reset state here, I think what I need to do is disconnect all those card signals. So what I'm gonna do is, how am I gonna do this actually? What would I do? This dot get card mouse. Oh wait, this is just connecting. Hold on output card. So this is just connecting to that. So this might actually be easier than I thought. So let's do this. Callable card mouse. Drag began, drag ended. Drag began, drag ended. Card mouse entered. I'm just going to call this callable drag began, private callable drag ended. Son of a biscuit. Okay, so in the ready, I'm just going to assign those. Okay, and then in here, what I'll do is I'll reorient these. So that's going to be callable drag began. So I need a reference to the same callable every time, because now what I need to do is on reset state in here, I need to disconnect from those signals. If this dot get card, let's just do this. Var card mouse events manager is equal to this dot get card mouse event manager. If card mouse events manager is connected, card mouse events manager dot signal name dot drag began, callable drag began is true. Card mouse events manager dot disconnect. These need to all be broken up, probably just for safety purposes, into their own blocks. But that's where Copilot can be very helpful, because I don't need to type all this. Okay, that's kind of messy, but that's the Godot safe way of doing it. So that should hopefully, because the problem is when you have output cards in the Alchemy, it connects to the card mouse events manager so that it can highlight the cards. So if I do this, so see how it dims the other cards? That's listening for the mouse events. But the problem was when I was taking a card out, those signals were still connected. And so if I go and do this again, it would throw an error because those signals were already connected. But now I'm disconnecting those, but now there's an issue here. There's something wrong with the mask drawing, I think. So I need to fix that as well. But this signal connection error is fixed. So fix signal connection error in Alchemy. Okay. Still fixing Alchemy. It's not really a fix, I'm overhauling it, but yeah, there's a ton of like downstream issues that have occurred because of this. So yeah, just working through all those things. Can't you just disconnect all listeners of a particular signal name? The problem is I'm connecting to the card mouse events manager. I can't disconnect all drag began signals because everything else could be listening for the drag began. The problem is you need to target the specific callable. So you need to say, hey, is this callable connected to this card mouse events manager signal? Am I going to reconnect them later? I don't want them to be connected if there is no Alchemy output. So it's connect them until a card gets taken and then disconnect them after that. But now I have to think about this mask stuff. Gotta love it when you fix one bug and like 20 more appear, yeah. You need to have a reference to the original callback. I didn't know you had other things listening to it. Oh yeah, yeah. That's like a global node where I can just listen to signals from it. On mask sprite draw. Why was that breaking? Clear board. I'm doing some weird stuff with some like viewports as well in here. Oh, these here. I think all these need to be placed into the reset state. The other problem is I'm keeping alchemy in the tree like permanently now. And so there's a bunch of state that is just not being preserved or not being reset properly. So we get rid of this. Maybe that's all I need to do. I'm also going to do this. Set process false. We don't need to process it if it's not done with the alchemy. And then when we go in here, where am I at? Here. I think I can do that. Okay, I think that should work. Let's see. Let me just make sure this is being called. Oh, that's not being called in. Maybe I don't want to call it here. Boy, this is a mess. I'll just do this. Reset state in there. Okay, I think that will work. Let's just see. So we got those fading out very nicely. If I take this, that should reset the state. Put those back on. Do those again. Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. I think it's working for the most part. It's just like, yeah, it's either getting dimmed out like that. Why is that happening? Maybe it's related to the card mouse entered. Oh, hovered card. I'm probably not resetting the hovered card. Fade card selection in, fade card selection out. So reset state, then I probably want to do this. Hovered card equals null, fade card selection in. Maybe that's what I want to do. Okay, that's still working. I go back, put these things inside, go over here. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's working now. Reset it back. Cool, cool. All right. So we got those state errors fixed, I think. Address Alchemy reset state errors. We are getting there slowly but surely. So the last thing that I want to fix before ending the stream is I'm not actually taking the cost out. So yeah, I think in here what I need to do is I just need to do currency manager.take blood current cost. And that should be it. So yeah, I created somewhat of a mess with this new alchemy system, so I'm gonna have to go back and clean up some of this stuff eventually, but I think for now it works. If I do this, it should take 8 blood. Now I've got this. This is updating the cost too. So I need to fix that as well. Update cost in here is not has initiated alchemy and current cost is greater than 0. Should take 6 blood. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, the cost is not showing up here. I can't click this. I remove that, and now I can do this. Nice. Okay. We're getting there, and I can remove that. Probably will want to make... We'll want to add a keybind for bringing up the alchemy, as well as what? Having some kind of escape for the alchemy, I guess. Especially when we're in this screen. Bring up the alchemy here. If I press tab, nothing happens. So I probably want to make tab dismiss that as well. Let me see how this works though. If I go in here and I press escape, yeah. So if I press escape on that screen, it dismisses. Escape dismisses. So probably want to replicate that behavior. If I have the alchemy open here and I press escape, it should probably dismiss that first. And then we'll create a new keybind for Alchemy specifically. Okay. I think it's getting there. I think it's broadly functional now. So I think the next step is, again, just finishing up. I'm going to change these buttons along the side here to be more thematically accurate visually, or thematically consistent visually, I mean. And then what? Yeah, I just have to do a bunch of playtesting. So again, I am going to do a playtest build with this Alchemy system, I think. I think it's largely working. So I want to do a playtest build by Halloween for this, for, you know, the early access for Patreon members first, and then open it up to the public after that. But I'm gonna have to do my own playtesting with this Alchemy system. I think it's gonna feel good. It's just a matter of balancing out the reagents and stuff. I also need to do a reagent art for that, for the node on the map. So let me just see, clean up this board a little bit. Let's see. Make Alchemy cost money, add reagent with animations and sound effects. Yeah, so I'm gonna take this out. We're gonna say that's done, and I'm just gonna start writing the individual things that still need to be completed down here. I'm going to move this card over here. Okay. So yeah, we still need sound effects for the reagent. That's basically the only thing left to do on that. Okay. So yeah, I think from this point onward, this is done. I fixed that. So from this point onward until the release now, I can go back to focusing on just balancing the game and getting this to work very nicely. Of course, I have to finish that art as well for this panel. Change these buttons up. But I think functionally now, the new overhauled Alchemy system is in place, complete with being able to loot reagents and stuff. So I've got a bunch of flint there, which didn't really help me. But yeah, I think yeah, I think that'll work great. So we could get back on track now to working on balancing the game and getting it all feeling good. I hope you're gonna like the Alchemy system, the overhauled Alchemy system. Having Alchemy always available, I think it's just gonna be a lot. Oh, I was able to alchemize those. That's probably an issue. I didn't think about that. Okay. I think I'm going to allow maybe... Oh, that's a tough one. I think maybe I just need another error condition in there. Like I need to just have at least one non-reagent card in there. So I'll figure it out. 10-hour stream? No, definitely not. Remember watching you try out the idea for the game? Seeing the state of it now is awesome. It looks so freaking nice. Not my kind of genre though. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so I got a lot of work to do, but I have like a week to get all this stuff done, so it should be doable. And then we'll get that new playtest ready by Halloween, and you all can try it. Let me know what you think. Yeah, that's just totally bugged out, so that's all right. Anyway. That's going to be it for the stream for today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you all. And again, if you want, you can wishlist Alchemortis. It's available on Steam. So definitely do that. It will help me out. You can also check out the Patreon if you want to financially support the project, and all the other links in the description below, like the Discord server, all that good stuff. So hope you'll consider checking those things out. And I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. Okay, bye-bye, everyone.